The era of 8-drop Moria is coming to a close as Emperor Teach of the Blackbeard Pirates takes control of the format. And if you're looking for how to play him, here's everything you need to know. Teach is a 5-life, 5,000 power mono black leader with a static ability that negates the on-play effects of your own cards. He also has an activate main once per turn ability to trash one card from your hand. Then until the end of your opponent's next turn, your opponent's on-play effects are negated. Blackbeard is one of the first pieces of hard counter in the One Piece card game, introducing a stun lock style deck to the game. Notably in a color whose claim to fame centers on play abilities. Hey, get out of here! Your time's over. So what are we cooking with as part of the Blackbeard Pirates? Well, to start, the champion, Jesus Burgess, a 4-cost, 5,000 power character with 1k counter who can't be KO'd by your opponent's card effects. Then if your leader has the Blackbeard Pirates type, he gains 1,000 power for every 4 cards in your trash. And as we all know, the first rule of Black is that your trash is a resource. And boy, do the Blackbeard Pirates know how to value that trash pile. To help fill up that trash, we have a great little combo with Stronger and Van Augur. Stronger is your 2k counter 1-cost reducer that lets you trash 1 card from your hand and this character, and if your leader is Blackbeard Pirates type, draw 1 card, and give an opponent's character -2 to their cost for the turn. While Van Augur is a 5-cost, 6,000 power character who can rest himself to give an opponent's character -3 to their cost if your leader is Blackbeard Pirates type. On KO ability, allowing you to draw a card to replace him. But just because we're not utilizing on-play abilities, doesn't mean the Blackbeard Pirates don't know how to KO. Doc Q is a 2-cost, 0-power character with activate main rest this character. If your leader has the Blackbeard Pirates type, KO up to one of your opponent's characters at a cost of 1 or less. And after you successfully KO a character, if your opponent wants to remove him and waste one of their attacks, they'll trigger his on KO ability, allowing you to draw a card to replace him. And if they don't remove him, we're free to KO to our heart's content turn over turn. We also get Blackbeard's unique KO event, Black Hole, a 4-cost main event that lets you negate a character's effect if your leader has the Blackbeard Pirates type. Then if the character you targeted is a cost 4 or lower, you can KO it. But trigger, negate the effect up to one of your opponent's characters or leaders during this turn. It's really great to have a piece of flexible interaction like this, which allows you to either KO and remove pesky attackers and blockers, or just remove pesky effects from big blockers, cards like NL that are hard to kill, cards with debuffs like 10-cost Shanks, or that promo buggy we don't have yet that prevents attackers from attacking depending on their cost. That thing is nuts, okay? But like your leader Blackbeard, you have plenty of ways to negate all the effects. Like Black Vortex, a 2-cost counter event that negates the effect of one of your opponent's leaders or characters, then gives that card -4,000 power for the turn. Plus trigger, negate the effect of up to one of your opponent's characters or leaders during this turn. And then there's also the big man himself, Marshal.D.Teach. A 10-cost, 12,000 power character with blocker and activate main once per turn. If your leader has a Blackbeard Pirates type and this character was played on this turn, negate the effect of up to one of your opponent's leaders during this turn, and then negate the effect of up to one of your opponent's characters. And that character cannot attack until the end of your opponent's next turn. Between this on-play ability that stops an attack and the blocking body of a 12k power character, Blackbeard's character has the ability to immediately grind any opponent's aggression to a complete halt before untapping and smashing face for a counterattack. Along with Blackbeard and Jesus Burgess, Katarina Devon is here to put on the pressure. As a 5-cost, 6,000 power character, Katarina has activate main once per turn that lets you give her either double attack, banish, or blocker until the end of your opponent's next turn if your leader is Blackbeard Pirates type. Whatever you need, Katarina has your back. Like any Black deck, our overall goal is to utilize our tools together for combination play, to take their individual effects that are good and put them together to make them great. So card selection is a must, and Teach has certainly brought it. Lafette is our basic 1-drop searcher that lets you rest him and pay 1 to check the top 5 of your deck for a Blackbeard Pirates type card and add it to your hand. And Shiryu has taken a page from the world's greatest swordsman as our 2k counter, who also is a 3-cost, 4,000 power character with Dawn 1/1 attacking, and we trash 2 cards from your hand to draw 2. And if that isn't enough for you, we have My Era Begins and Full Lead Island, which each let you check the top 3 cards of your deck and add a Blackbeard Pirates type card to your hand, with My Era putting the other cards into your trash, and Full Lead having you trash a card to activate the ability before putting the extra cards on the bottom. But like any good emperor, you're gonna need some friends to help get the job done. A fleet, if you will. A grand fleet. Just like it takes our friends to make all this content possible, like our members, who get all of our content up to 2 weeks early and exclusive stream emotes and much more coming your way. But coming to Blackbeard's aid are some unexpected friends, like Extra Boosters Laboon. a 4-cost 5,000 power character who has activate main rest this character to reduce an opponent's character by 4 for the turn. Laboon is super important for gaining early ground in the game. Though he rests himself to activate, if you play a Dock Q on turn 1 and follow it up with Laboon, you'll be able to KO any real threat on curve, dismantling your opponent's board. Then your opponent has to choose on how they want to use their resources because it's still early in the game. Will they make their leader big enough to cut down Laboon through an attack? Or will they try to rebuild their board and allow Laboon to untap because you can easily counter out? All of this on a 5,000 power body that can swing on leader makes Laboon a massive powerhouse. And Blackbeard must have recruited a former CP member since his finger pistol from Extra Booster is a Swiss Army knife for the deck. A 4-cost main event that makes you trash 2 cards to the top of your deck, then KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less, and trigger activate this card's main ability. And though we can't utilize cards like Gecko Moria, praise be, I do have some little tricks to get some trash value as well. An unlikely ally from Dressrosa, Moncherie. A 1-cost 0-power character would activate main, pay 1 Dawn, and rest this character to return 2 cards from your trash to the bottom of your deck. Then you can return a cost 3 to 5 black character card from your trash to your hand, allowing you to generate card advantage if your opponent doesn't remove Manchery turn over turn, while also giving you the ability to utilize more than just the 4-copy limit of your cards, especially when you're milling cards as part of effects. But there are plenty more tools you can lean on. Basically, if it doesn't have it on play and it's in black, it's fit to fly the flag of Blackbeard Pirates. Like jacking Kaido from OP08. Kaido can be used to out cards with KO effects or KO protection while dismantling your opponent's hand. And Jack having the ability to be utilized turn over turn while outing black removal is perfect for the Blackbeard Pirates. More than anything, our deck is designed to rout the opponents by denying their plays and picking apart all their best pieces piece by piece. We play like a true control deck, slow, grindy, taking the win inch by inch at a time. If you'd like to see that in action, you can check out our live stream where we're playing all the OP09 leaders on the channel under the live section. We want to make sure we are keeping our board healthy and well for continuous combo play. Many times with cards like Augur and Laboon, we're incentivized to hold them back rather than attack, even if we have nothing to reduce. That way we can protect our interaction pieces for the following turn when our opponents deploy threats. And sequencing is a must. Utilizing our Dawns to the fullest while also deploying in the right sequencing will drastically affect the power of our deck. But like I said, this is a control deck, and the biggest skill of this deck is overall game knowledge. It's knowing how cards work, what other decks are in the format, what are they trying to do, how are they trying to sequence, and using that information to cut them off at the knees and slowly dismantle their game plan. Your worst matchups are decks like Purple Luffy and Red Shanks, who don't need on play to utilize their characters and can quickly pressure you with powerful high-cost characters. But your best matchups are actually against fellow black decks like Lucci, since you out all their removal while also turning off every card effect in the deck except for Jack and half of Brook, as well as any deck that heavily relies on on-play abilities to have skin in the game. Doflamingo seems like it would be included in that, but since the leader still plays cards off the top of the deck and forces you to trash a card from your hand every turn to make sure all those abilities are negated, it can still be pretty rough. And if you're looking to get started in the Blackbeard Pirates, here's this deck that took 2nd place at the Championship Series in Hiroshima. And for a quick look at the future, here's a version that just took 2nd place at Bandai Card Fest Singapore in OP10, with the brand new Kuzan joining the Blackbeard Pirates. And if you're looking for other OP09 leader guides or more for One Piece content, check out the channel and subscribe.